Have you ever heard of auditors? Who are they? What do they do? And why do some people find it annoying? Greetings all, and today's little video was a little bit unplanned, but I wanted to sort of discuss this specific subject, and I was in two minds whether to do it or not, because I don't want to promote them, but I want people to be aware of them. So it was a bit of a tough one on what to do, and I'm going to be honest, I've actually recorded this numerous times, and I've looked at it and I've just thought I can't head that way, so I'm hopefully going to try and be a little bit diplomatic with this. Okay, so auditors, who are they? Okay, basically what they are people who are photographers, vloggers, videographers, and they will go out to locations that they know that they should not be photographing, video logging, and so on. For example, one of the lady that I actually watched went to a shopping centre, which is private property, it's private land, and she was videoing in the shopping centre. She was then approached by a security guard who told her that she can't do that, and she kicked off. Literally, she kicked off. She was screaming, effing and blinding. She was literally just going to town on the guy. And this is pretty much what these auditors do. They'll go to known locations and basically cause problems. Now, their argument for this is that it's their right, that they are allowed and should be allowed to do this. And they can't seem to understand the difference between public and private, which for me is quite a simple thing to understand, which is public, anybody can go, private, you can't without permission. And that's the bit for me, is the permission part that I don't think they quite grasp. But I want to sort of touch on one of the arguments that they say, which is, well, if it's a shopping centre and public are allowed in there, so I can do what I want. Well, no, because it's private land. So even though you're being allowed access, there are still restrictions that apply. So, for an example, your home is private land, but members of the public can come up and knock your door, or the milkman will come and deliver milk, or the newspaper person will come and deliver the newspaper, or the postman will come and deliver. But if these people were to enter your private land and was to start filming, taking photographs, I think you're going to get quite annoyed, and you're going to say, well, could you please stop? Because it's private land, you're entitled to do that. And I'm pretty sure that if they then refused, you're not really going to be very pleased. So for me, that's the definition of the public and private. So it's private land, a shopping centre, regardless of whether you're allowed to walk through it and whatever, is irrelevant. It's the fact it's private. So their argument on that is it's not justified, but that's what they do. So I'm going to touch on another video, which is the same again, that one of these auditors had done, and they went to a police training school, and he was photographing. Yes, he was stood on public land, but he was taking photographs of a very sensitive area. So, and he wondered then why the police were challenging him and asking him that they want his name, date of birth details and everything. And rightly so, because you're photographing a sensitive area. I mean, that's just a bit like me going to an army base and starting taking photographs. I'm going to have guns pointed at me before you know it, because it doesn't matter where I'm standing, it's what you're photographing is the issue. So it is quite upsetting for me, who's an actual photographer who does street photography, that these people think that it's okay and they are justified because of. But I don't understand why they're doing it. So I've been looking around and trying to see what the score is for them to be justified. And other than they don't agree with the laws, well, okay, you don't agree with the laws, but doing what you're doing is not really the way about it. But I don't seem to think either that they understand that they could actually make the laws tougher and more strict, which will then affect me and other street photographers and other photographers who actually abide by the laws. And there are ways that you can go around to, you know, promote your cause if you want to, and I don't think that's the way of doing it. But one of the other things that I'd actually noticed was that it's for likes, and it seems to be quite a big growing trend, is that people seem to cause disruption and upset and harm to others for likes on all sorts of social media, not just YouTube. And this again is becoming such a big trend for things to go viral, and there's so many ways you can get to do things and go viral, and I don't agree that this is the way actually to do it. I'm not leaving any links or anything to any of the channels or Facebook pages or sites that I've actually gone to actually research all of this, because I don't really want to promote what they're doing, because I don't actually agree with it. And if you are an auditor, you know, please feel free to leave me a comment, because, you know, I'm open to ears, you know, and I may have missed something, I don't know. But please don't get offensive or abusive towards me, because I will delete your comment if you get abusive. But if you leave a genuine comment, I'll listen, and, you know, I don't mind having a bit of a discussion about it. But please don't get abusive, because I'll just remove it and block you. It's simple as that. You know, I'm trying to be sort of like nice and calm, and feedback is, you know, like I say, I may have missed something, but as for what I say is, I don't agree with it, and that's all there is to it. And I certainly don't agree with doing things for likes. Unless you like this video, then give us a thumbs up. So I just want to give an example of the correct way of actually doing things, and even though that there is private property involved, is that you can still do your photography, videography and vlog and all the rest of it, and it's perfectly legal. I did a trip to Kingston Lacy not so long back. I'll leave a link to that one up above if you're interested. And before I went, I knew what I was going to be doing, and I knew I'd be taking photographs, and I knew I was going to be recording. I can't sneak any of this in because I've got 10 ton of camera equipment in my backpack, so it's not like I could just snuck in and got away with it. So you do the decent thing, which is what I did. I asked for permission first, told them exactly what I was doing, YouTube video, all the rest of it, and there's going to be photographs all involved, and they said, yeah, that's fine, provided I don't promote anything. I'm not allowed to have any paid promotions on the video. Well, that's fine. So I don't do that anyway, so it was, yeah, it's fine. And after I'd actually done the shoot with all the permission that was given, so it was all done, I got in touch with them and said, would you like a copy of the photographs that was taken? And they said, well, yeah, sure, we could probably use that in some of our publications and stuff like this. And no harm done. So I was on private land where, you know, restrictions applied, and asked for permissions. They said, yes, you can do it this way, but you can't do this. And it was done. And there was no harm. You know, I just don't see the point of why you would actually want to do things against that just because I think you can. And there's an easy way or a hard way of doing things, and, you know, I think at the end of the day, if they'd have said, no, I can't do a video, but I can take photographs, well, I took the photographs. And then I could have still turned it into a video, because I could have just sat here, talked about the trip and showed photographs and stuff like this. So, you know, there are ways around things without, you know, sort of, I don't know, annoying others. You know, it just seemed the proper way of doing it. So there we have it. That is what auditors do. Basically go around and causing a bit of mayhem. That's all I can see it as, of just for likes, and using photography, videography and all the rest of it as basically, I don't know whether they use it as an excuse or what, I don't know. But anyway, let me know your views on this and what you think of it. Just leave us a comment and have a bit of a discussion going. But till the next time, guys, thanks for this quick video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.